Hello. Good evening, friends. Oh my gosh, it has been a long holiday season at the restaurant, and it's just on Tuesdays we do this thing called B-side bingo where I bring records in and hi Rosie, how are you? Um, Welcome, nice to see you guys that are checking in with me. Um, just got home, like I said, and just gonna show a couple things. And we play bingo on Tuesdays, and it's so silly. I play records there, and we have. I'm good. I'm tired. It's been a long couple weeks with all the holidays and all that business going on, and I've missed out on hanging out with you guys a lot. And so, I got some fun stuff at the thrift store today, and was gonna just check in and say hi and talk about the few thrifty little finds I got. And oh, I know it's been a lot. Everybody's holding together though. I'll be gonna get to not work tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Maybe I'll get to go on and do a cool oil or something like that, because we can all use some cooking with me. It's always silly and good time fun. But anyway, the restaurant's been pretty busy, and I have for New Year's and Christmas and stuff, and then we do all that. Hi, Pepper Jackie. And we do today, every Tuesday we do bingo, and it's B-side bingo. I have a record player there, and we listen to records, and I give away prizes, which totally helps me get rid of some of the stuff that I thrift. So that's the other thing, is I get to go thrift store shopping for bingo prizes, and everybody's drinking wine and we're listening to records and all that. But in the meantime, I also get to find cool witchy fun things. So there is, hi guys, thanks for coming and hang out with me for a little bit. I miss you all. I've been starting to get to check in with on Jen's page and stuff while these events are going on, and my heart is with everyone, and my love is with you all. And yes, Oliver is totally asleep. He went to the restaurant with me for a little while today. It was pretty cool. He loves going there because people love to talk to him, and he says I love you, and he's saying his name again now, so he says I love you, Oliver, which is even better. So yeah, I'll show you a couple of fun things that I have here for for me. Oh, I know. Let's talk about this light first. Okay, a while ago I showed you this like glass box. I'm gonna flip the camera on. Flipping camera. Ready? Go. Okay, so a while ago I got this glass box, right? And I put these lights in it, and I got this glass box thrifting, of course, and then I put these like little fairy lights in there that are battery operated. Well, I've never turned them on and off. They just turn on and off for me. And it's taken me a little while to sort of, I mean, you know, when you see stuff when it's like, huh, that's interesting. Like, those lights are off. I didn't turn them off. Those lights are on. I didn't turn them back on. So I keep this next to the bed, and it is this killer glass box. Da, 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 and it opens up, and then I put those little fairy lights in there, and it's just battery operated, right? And there's a little battery pack there. It hides perfectly, although it just has sort of like this really awesome life of its own. It just turns on and off all by itself. It's great. So my little fairies are living in the box, and they are letting me know on the regular that they're in there. So I brought this out to show you guys that that's what I did with it. And those little guys are like little lightning bugs in there, and they just turn themselves on and off whenever they want. It's fabulous. And then I did show a picture of this guy that I brought home the other day. I found this little stag, and he wanted to come home, so there he is. He's a fun dude. And then I found this jar today, this black jar, which guess what that's going to be for? Black salt, maybe? Yep, I think so. $1.98. $1.98 black glass jar, right? Black salt. Obvious. And then this candle, I am a sucker for the candle department, but it has these like cool moons all poked in that I can save, I think, and poke them in something else. So there's cool moons poked in there. And then this other candle, which is just like red square candle. But I'm telling you, like, that's the thing. I am a candle junkie when it comes to that. And then here is a 7-day candle, totally unused or whatever. It's a nice red one there. And then I have this also little thing for like trivets or plaques or like these ceramic deals. So here's one that, hi, somewhere in time. There's this cool one that I got for $1.01. It's the strangest thing that they make you pay an extra deal. So, but there's this herbs one with a little butterfly and a bee, and I'll do something with it. Who knows what. And then, let's see. Then there's this big pewter fork. All right, now I know that this is weird, but the first thing I thought of when this big pewter fork was, to be able to like bury my remains of stuff. Like, it's just so hefty. It's for a salad. I think you're supposed to use it for salad, but me, I'm thinking I'm outside like putting, you know, herb remains and candle stuff down in the dirt, and this fork is going to be, that's the deal. And then there's this cool like chamber stick thing, which I totally thought of Maddie when I got it. It's pewter, $1.98, and just thought of their like little their lights out challenge, so got that. Now here are these are the coolest things ever, and I'm gonna use our little chives trivet ceramic tile thingy to show it off. These are the coolest bottles ever. They are glass bottles, and $2 each I paid, and they have these beautiful etchings in there and these like little weird flame kind of like dropper things. Are those not awesome? So I don't even know what I'm gonna do with them, but I saw them in the case and I was like, you girl, you have got to have those. Those are just like magically special, just all on their own, aren't they? So lucky. I feel so lucky to have these. It's pretty, it's one of the things that I love. These are even like blown, like there's little blown glass. I don't know, it's my phone's gonna do some weird stuff. But I feel when I find things like this, like yes, totally beautifully magical. I feel like when I find this, like they just have to have like this, the most specialist home, which they do, because that's what I do. I find these things, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky I get to have them. But then I find like then they just sit there and stare at me for a while until they get their use happens. Like sometimes like with this black jar, you know, right away, black salt, right? And then, but these guys, these just are just insane. They're so cool. Anyway, so that's not too shabby of a little Halsey today. I mean, you should see all the stuff I like gave away for bingo prizes tonight. But so there's that. I'll flip back around and chat with you for a little bit. A few more minutes. Yes, totally essential oils, right? Like maybe a special blend. I went today, actually, I'll mention that. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, yesterday morning. So I'm working nearly 20 hours or something now, with the most horrific anxiety attack I've had in quite some time. And I'll just flip back around and chat with you about this anxiety attack. I don't get them that often, but when I do, it's insane. So I had this anxiety attack that just, I woke up in the grips of this thing, and your chest is just like knotted up, and it's just so hard to describe. You can't even think of anything else other than that, right? So I immediately start looking up oils, and I go to my cabinet. I have made a special cabinet with like my oil collection that I'm working on. and like looking up recipes, and maybe I can get something going for me. Uh, and I got a couple of things. One thing, actually, Becca, the Night Owl Tarot, Becca Tarot, she loves clary sage when she has anxiety, and so I got that out, and I put some on the back of my neck, and I did like some lavender spray, and then I had this temple oil. I was covered in stuff. I had it all over me, and it wasn't really doing the job. The one thing that does kind of do the job is to change my focus. Although it didn't really. I went back to sleep, but I had to clary sage, yep, and balance. Like, do you have a special balance oil, like a blend or something? But clary sage for sure. And there was actually a few things. Vetiver is a big one. Geranium. So I went today to go try to find that stuff, because this thing was nuts. And I don't really want to resort. Like, if I can use, it's a blend. What brand is it? Do you know? If you know, or just tell me later or whatever, because I'm down. I'll figure it out. But I'll try some of my own stuff. doTERRA's. Gotcha. Thank you. I'll mix up something too once I get some stuff, and see if I can make it happen for myself. So what I did do, though, and maybe this might help any of you, I don't know, is you have tiny sage growing. That's awesome. I have kitchen sage and stuff everywhere. I buy it because we use it at the restaurant. So I'm continuously with all kinds with different sages. So what I did do, and it did kind of help, and I don't know where I got this idea, is I put a heating pad in the bed, and I put it on high, and then I took like an extra quilt blanket thing, and I put it on the bed too, and was in the car wash. Oh God, that sounds scary. I've never thought of anxiety attacks in a car wash. You know, I've always thought of like the best place to make out would be in the car wash, but that would be horrific. That would be awful. I'm sorry about that. I did make a crystal. Oh, wait. No, the bed. So I put an extra blanket on, and I put the heating pad on high, and then I had my head covered in all these various oils, and I love it for my headaches. Thank you. This one I didn't. It's not. I don't think it wasn't necessarily headache. Do you get does the past tense work for you for anxiety? I started sweating. I basically made a sweat lodge in my bed to try to shift my focus, so that it would do. I don't know what it would do. I had no idea. It's just what I thought it was possible, and it did kind of work. I put me to sleep. I woke up a sweaty, wet mess. My whole bed was wet. The heating pad was on. Everything was going. I still had anxiety, but at least I got to go back to sleep for a few hours. So I recommend it, but I don't recommend that. I don't know. I just created some bed sweat lodge. Anyway, it did sort of work, because it made me stop thinking about the anxiety and made me think about how damn hot I was. Yes, lepidolite. So that's the other thing. Hold on, and I'll show you. I did make myself a little bit of a let's see if I can get this to balance. No, you're going to look at the ceiling fan for a second. 1 second. She's back. All right. So while I was going out in the world today, then I did look for the crystals that were going to help me, and so that I could put together like a little pouch. Now here's this thing. So I've had this forever, right? And it's just like a little Asian silk. I think it's like for jewelry or whatnot. But it's like multiple layers, like 3 or 4 layers. So it's got a little it's got a little thickness to it, protective thickness, and then it just snaps shut. So I have found that works really, really great for me, for making myself a little crystal pouch to go. I know, isn't it cute? And so today I put in there my little piece. It is, yeah, yeah. It's a jewelry purse, but it totally, if you throw like a handful of crystals in it, it works for that too. So that's what its life is now. And so I put in this lepidolite. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 lepidolite, and the shungite. Big piece of shungite in there, and this tourmaline, and this blue lace agate. Comes with an oil top, easy to apply. Okay. Helps with headaches and tension. Yeah, I will. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna write it. I will get it. I'll get it. If you say it works, I'm getting it. Because when you're in the thick of that stuff, man, oh man, you'll take anything. I don't care who came on the, like Bozo the Clown would come tell me like this will work. I'm like, I'm totally into it. I'm not saying that you're Bozo the Clown, but I would just try anything. You're just desperate at that point, so I'll get that stuff. I will totally believe it. Hi, Alex. I'm totally in. So thank you. Past tense, doTERRA, past tense, doTERRA, past tense, doTERRA, past tense, doTERRA, past tense. All right, so we were just so I had those. I've been walking around with those 4 guys: blue agate, tourmaline, lepidolite, shungite, in my little gold pouch thing. And honestly, this is gonna sound really silly, but I was keeping it because I was out looking for thrifty prizes for our bingo thing, and I had it in my back pocket against, in my pants, against my pants to butt to, nerve endings, whatever. And it's right in front of me on my table. It never leaves my side. I'm with you. I believe you. I'm getting it. Hands to goddess. I'll do it as soon as I stop talking to you guys. I'll order it on Amazon. So anyway, so I had this stuff locked up in here, and I am no joke. Like that stuff, I could feel the buzz through my nerve endings, like through the pouch, through my jeans, into my muscles. Like I could feel the buzz of those 4 things, like those 4 crystals working for me. And I mean, so much so that I could feel the buzz that I was like, your ass is buzzing right now. It was totally buzzing. It was awesome. So I love when that happens because it really makes me stop and like look at what thank you. It just totally makes me stop and take and make and respect what I have concocted, just putting 4 stones in a bag. But the fact that I recognize that what they do for me, and that they do something for me, and not just like, oh, that's hooey or whatnot. So I don't think it's hooey. I believe in it, and my ass was totally buzzing. So recommend. Yes, totally bee buzz. Anyway, so I don't know what else to say. That's just, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of something and connect a little bit with my squirrely family. I miss you all. I've gotten to pop in and out a little bit in some of the lives, like with Jen and C, but I have to always go right back to work. I'm off tomorrow, so later today, Wednesday. So hopefully I'll get to see. Thanks, Alex. Thank you, Rosie. I hope I'll get to hang out with you all on Jen's live. Hopefully she does a Wednesday one, or somebody. I'll get to hang out and with you all. So with that, and maybe I'll get to do one too. I'll cook something. I'll make some cookie one. We'll cook something. We'll make up some lotion or potion or brew. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not going to stick around long. I'm kind of tired. But yes, lotions, potions, and brews. So I'll check in tomorrow afternoon and go get some good stuff and come up with some cool oil. Oh, you know what? I want to make anointing oil. I think that's what I'll do. I want to make an anointing oil. Yeah. Anyway, sleep well, everybody. And thanks for checking in. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Mwah. Thank you. Somewhere in time. Somewhere in time. What's your name? Because I don't connect. Are you still there? Tell me. Tell me. Okay, well, anyway. Caroline. Cool. Thank you, Caroline. I'll remember. I remembered, like, all of them. Thank you, Rosie. Thanks. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll make some sort of, we'll make an anointing oil. We'll make goddess anointing oil. All right, have a great night, everybody. Mwah. Much love. Peace. Blessings. Ciao. Somewhere in time, Caroline. I'm Wendy. Ella Bray. You can call me either one. Awesome. All right. Peace, my friends. Much love. Big heart. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Or actually, it's today, but later today. Everybody get some sleep so we can all do some cool stuff later on. All right. Bye.